Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to PW OnlyIAS English channel. How are you all doing today? कैसे हो आप सब? எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. Hope you're all doing well. Well, the GS paper 3 is also over, and we are here with our very first reaction to this paper to understand about the trend of UPSC, as well as to see whether there was any jhatkas this year or not. Kishan Agarwal, good afternoon. In this side of the country, it is still afternoon. All right. So, GS paper 3, before we get into it, let us try to understand the previous year trends first. What are the overall trends? Overall trends when you see economic development, consistently 4 questions have come from it. Agriculture, when you talk about again 6444 questions have come. Environment and science and tech 4666. I mean 66666. That means environment and science and tech continues to become a very important topic as far as mains is concerned. Disaster management, 2 questions consistently. Internal security, if you see, again consistently 4 questions. Now we need to know what is the pattern or trend in 2025. Getting the point here. So we need to understand. So from this trend, obviously it clearly shows that you cannot skip any topic here. Got the picture here? Some topics are there which you have to exclusively prepare from a mains perspective, and those topics goes without saying. Economic development, need not worry, it will get covered in your class. Agriculture oriented questions, yes, to some extent you will have to do separate preparation based again on what? Current affairs. Environment, science and tech, etc. If you see, yes, that is also based on what? Current affairs as well as static topics. Disaster management, again, current affairs and static topic. Internal security also, current affairs and static topic. So you will have to actually keep yourself absolutely updated. Absolutely updated. This is where your reading of current affairs becomes important. Now, whenever people have asked me, so should we take down notes? Should we take down notes? I've always told you, rather than taking down notes, pick up the PYQs. See the topics which are repeatedly asked. Prepare notes according to the questions asked under each. Because only when you do that, you are going to know, okay, for this question, this is the answer that I have to write. Otherwise, what happens is for prelims, general reading is enough. You keep reading from page to page, that is more than enough. But as far as mains is concerned, you need to know the what, why, when, where, who, and the data. Without that, it is of no use. Taking it further forward. So UPSC Mains 2025 simulator test is there, where GS and essay test 5 simulator, detailed post-test evaluation, comprehensive model answers. It's a free batch. Registration link is given in the description. You can take it up. It's a simulator test. That means it will clearly tell where you are standing. Those of you whose preparation is already over, whether you have done it from us or from some other academy, doesn't matter. It is a free test. Just register and get it done. You will clearly know where your writing skills are standing. Alright, it's available in English and Hindi. You may click on the link in the description given below and get it done. Clear? Why are you say you are new IPS? Now let me just tell you, any topic when you take, now I am going to discuss here what are the internal security topics that have come, correct? But before that, we need to know few things. First of all, like I have marked it already, internal security when you talk about. Internal security when you talk about, we know consistently 4 questions have been asked each year since 2019. What type? What topics? Let us see. When it comes to frequently asked topics, money laundering. social networking sites. That is the issues related to social networking, social media, all of that. Cyber security, left-wing extremism, border management, mob violence, radicalization, terrorism. What does it mean? Looking at this whole list of topics, you would have understood. None of these are like, oh my god, what a new topic this is. No, these are topics which keep coming in the paper. Repeatedly it comes. In other words, if anybody asks me, sir, if we sit and prepare these topics, are they more than sufficient? Absolutely yes. 90% of your preparation gets done. 10% is current affairs. For example, if those of you are giving their attempt in 2027, if you ask me, how diligently should you prepare left-wing extremism, I would say, tone it down a little. You don't need to prepare too much of content into it, because by all means, there is a possibility that by 2027, left-wing extremism will not be an internal threat inside India anymore. I know 2027 is huge. Ministry of Home Affairs has predicted up to 2030, complete wipeout will happen. But then its importance is on the decline, thankfully. Got the point here? Then, what other topics do you have? You have aerial threat, maritime security. Aerial threat and maritime security, both of this appeared. Aerial threat or maritime security, both of this appeared again because it had come in the current affairs. Aerial threat because of the drones that was coming from the Pakistani side. Maritime threat also more or less the same reason. One was to do with piracy. The other was to do with our coastal area. From Gujarat till West Bengal, how are we protecting it? China, Pakistan, how, again, our issues with them. AFSPA, UAPA, Armed Forces Special Powers Act and Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. Current affair related news, that is terms and terminologies, what appears in the current affair. At one point of time, they had actually asked Iron Dome. No, sorry, not Iron Dome, Cyber Dome. That was basically about a initiative that was taken by the police of Kerala, the police force of Kerala, to tackle child pornography. Northeast insurgency, drug trafficking. Overall nature of internal security, I'm telling you again and again and again, 90% it is repeated topics, because these topics, whatever I showed you here, these will never go out of fashion. They'll keep coming back, because these are all issues. These were issues 10 years ago. These are issues today. This will continue to remain issues even in the future. Got the point here, people? See, Nikita, if you attend the current affairs, it is well and good. At least you'll be familiar with a lot of topics. That is the reason. You won't have to break your head then. Oh my God, what is this topic, that topic? You'll become familiar. Clear. Now let us visit the GS3 2024 paper. Again, we are only going to see what? We are only going to see those topics which are related to internal security. So I'm not going to handle other topics here. So one scan at the question paper. Okay. So scan at the question paper. So this is public expenditure. Maybe economics. Economics again. Land reforms in the country. Little bit again. Economics again. NCRT. Explain the role of millets. Maybe agriculture. What is the present world scenario of intellectual property rights? Again, put it under science and tech or economics, however you are viewing the topic. Electronic toll collection on highways, again, economic development infrastructure, industrial pollution of river water, again, environmental issue. Environmental NGOs and activists play in influencing environmental impact assessment outcomes for major projects in India. Cite 2 examples with all important details. This is a pretty interesting question. How environmental NGOs actually impact the projects in the country. Getting the point here. How environmental NGOs. So here one may look at it as an environmental topic. But if you actually notice, it has, the key is NGOs and civil society organizations. When it comes to, can we trust them completely? That is the $1 million question here, because many NGOs and civil society organizations, that is, I remember 2014, back when I was also preparing, as soon as the current government came into power, the India government came into power, there was a news article where at the bottom they had mentioned that 98% of NGOs are not registered in the country. Ours is probably an only country in the world where nothing is registered, there is no account, no details of anything. Got the point here? Nikita, never ever consider that. Never ever say that, oh, economics is in trend. See, economics will have an upper hand, no doubt about it. But bottom line, what I want to tell you here is this topic itself, if you see, it is spread out. This is a topic that is connecting environment, it connects economics, as well as it connects internal security. So it connects everywhere. Got the point? It connects everything. That means, please remember, even though when we try to say, okay, economics, this many questions came, internal security, that many questions came. When we try to say, please understand, UPSC doesn't make a segregation between topics. UPSC keeps the topics very open. UPSC wants you to interconnect and interrelate. Got the point here? Now look at the 9th question. Explain how narco-terrorism has emerged as a serious threat across the country. Serious threat across the country, suggest suitable measures to counter narco-terrorism. That is, narcotics with terrorism, both are clubbed together. So narcotics, where does it emerge from? Two major hubs. Golden Triangle, Golden Crescent. How are they hand in glove with terrorists? How do they make their deals? They make it in dark web. Got the point? Dark web they make it. That is where they do all their dealings with. Then, describe the context and salient features of Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023. Now, where will we categorize it? Digital Personal Data Protection Act, well, it comes to right to privacy comes over here. Because Data Protection Act, right to privacy, Puttaswamy judgment. Plus on top of it, why are we bringing such a bill? Not just to protect data, but also to ensure the security apparatus in our country is strong. If you actually look at it, you actually look at the data, you actually look at the data or this question, this connects Article 21. This also connects internal security. Got it? And this also talks about what? This also talks about, to an extent, digital governance. Are you getting my point here? Don't see, we will teach you, to teach you easily or to tell you, okay, this came from internal security, we may segregate it. But you don't ever separate out things that way. You always have to keep an open mind to the topics. That is, try to analyze it from multiple viewpoints, because that is the quality that a civil servant requires. Not like a horse with blinds on, only looking at one target. No, you have to keep a eagle vision, I would say. Able to see everything far and wide. Okay, two important questions. Bhumik and Neeraj has asked. Bhumik has asked what to do for the judgments. Where should we go back? Should we stick to current affairs? Always stick to current affairs. And whenever, let us say now, if you are taking, so for example, I am taking polity and governance in Pinnacle batch. So when I am teaching, whatever cases are there, important cases are there, I give it in that class itself. Polity and governance, unfortunately, what many academies think is polity, yeah, I taught Lakshmikant, so polity is done. You have to put governance also for each thing. What is the issue? Only when that issue is known, a student will be able to cross connect it. Okay, this issue was there. From this case, we got this verdict. So that should be there. Like how I said, Puttaswamy judgment, Article 21. The moment I connected it, I can bring it here. But what many students think is, no, that is for polity paper. Polity paper you will not write here. No. If UPSC is interconnecting topics and framing a question, you also have to interconnect things and put the diverse angles there. Coming to Neeraj Sharma, most important topics is being asked from internal security. Yes, most important definitely. But that also means even one time appeared topics in the newspaper, even they can come. Keep it in mind. One time it would have come, that they will pick up. Maybe it could, largely it could be a state initiative to deal with, insurgents, or to deal with illegal immigrants, illegal refugees, or even let us say, like I told you, child pornography, to prevent human trafficking, sex trafficking, all this. Getting the point here? Narco-terrorism, can I write an instance about Ross Ulbricht case? No space for it. Ashrita Valsala, there is no space for it. Because you actually need to see the narco-terrorism question. That is the next thing that you all have to remember. This is a 10 marker. A 10 marker question. So what do? You give the definition. You will definitely have to draw an Indian map telling where is golden triangle, where is golden crescent. Then you have to give a few facts and details, that is to what extent drug trafficking is entering the country. Data you need to give. Then how this is linked with terrorism. How are they doing this entire dealing in dark web? All that you have to mention. Then you will also have to mention what? Suggest suitable measures to counter narco-terrorism. 2 pages or 2.5 pages will get over in that. Got the point here? Always keep the question, the number of wordings or the mark or the weightage of the question there. Just because it is your favorite topic, don't get excited and start writing everything that you know. UPSC answer sheets are not meant for dumping information. Always the purpose of the question is answer to the point. Remember that always. You know everything. You are very excited. Even I get very excited when it comes to narco-terrorism. When I was preparing like you. Law and order, narco-terrorism, terrorism, this, that, etc. Very exciting topics for me. I know about the guns, the equipments, the hardware, everything. But does that mean I can dump all that information? I know this also, I know that also. This is not your university exam or college exam, where you can keep taking additional sheet. To put it in properly in Hindi, jitna space de diya hai, utne mein hi answer dena padega. Space evlo irukku, adukulla answer panano. Etra tannittundo, adinullil sadhana odukkanam. ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ರೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಜಾಸ್ತಿನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕಡಿಮೆನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಗಾಟ್ ದ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್? ಯಾ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಶೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್. ಎನಿವೇ, ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ನೌ. What is the need for expanding regional air connectivity? UDAN scheme. Major challenges faced by agriculture again. Buffer stocks for stabilizing agriculture prices in India. World is facing an acute shortage of clean and safe fresh water. Again, nothing when it comes to, let us say, internal security. What are asteroids? That is space. Disaster resilience, disaster management. Flooding in urban areas, disaster management. Now look at this beauty here. India has a long and troubled border with China and Pakistan, fraught with contentious issues. Examine the conflicting issues and security challenges along the border. Also give out the development being undertaken in these areas under the Border Area Development Program and Border Infrastructure and Management Scheme. 15 marks. Getting the point here? Telugu Telsilla. Getting the point? Absolutely, Chetan, answer should be factual and data based. See, remember your economic surveys or any government report if you take, none of the government reports will be there where only general stuff they have written. Every government report when you take, they'll have data. Based on the data, they will give an analysis. Your answers are exactly supposed to be that. Because general points, let me tell you, that Zamana got over. That Zamana got over during our generation. 2017, up till 2017, 2018 and all. You write the answer, you complete the paper, your name is there in the rank list. Guaranteed. Because completing the paper itself was a challenge. Post that, who has the map? Who has given the data? Who has given the analysis? Plus, even if it is asked or not asked, you should give the solution there. As way forward or conclusion, you should give that these schemes are there of the government to deal with these problems. So if I have given 3 problems, for those 3 problems, I should give the solution. Not that I randomly 3 problems, randomly 3 solutions. Problem I wrote, okay, narco-terrorism is there across India-Myanmar border. So what is the first thing I should do? I should secure the India-Myanmar border, which we are doing, and which will get over by 2030. Got the point here? That is the idea. So what problem you write, for that the solution. So when you remember it like that, this is the way to remember it. Now many people, so how to remember all of this? Simple. Okay, this problem is there, for that this solution. For this problem, this government scheme. That way, when you connect and study, you'll remember the problem also, you'll remember the solution also. That means your body of your answer is done, conclusion of your answer is done. What is the only thing that is remaining? Maybe definitions. So this is a static portion if you actually ask me. India, Pakistan and India-China border issue, LAC or LOC, that is there since when? Since 1947, I would say. Since that time period, it is there. So static portion becomes important. What about the next one? Social media and encrypting messages services poses a serious security challenge. What measures have been adopted at various levels to address the security implications of social media? Also suggest any other remedies to address the problem. Always this you can expect. Next year, I'm definitely expecting a question on your income tax bill 2025, which gives tax authorities the permission to basically what? Open up any account. Now, God, if what is it? Again, you can expect a question relating to it. Easily you will get. But getting the point here, this is how it is. So be very, very updated. Understand what are the issues involved. Correct, Singham Suman. Lucifer, it is a matter of intelligence again. Say for example, I think I have said it in my class also. Now what is it? Lucifer Hell. Nice name, pa. Very nice name. Proud of you. There is a number called 86%, which I call the universal number or magic number, according to me. Why I will call this magic number is 86% was the illiteracy in the country at the time of 1947. 86% is the informal sector workforce. 86% is the small and marginal farmers in the country. I know. Here and there slight variation will be there, but I don't care. As long as there is error is only some, let us say, plus or minus 3% or 4%, chalega. Dodega actually. So one number for multiple things. Use it. Got the point here? This is the way to do it. So in my class, generally what I do is I give too much of information. I give this much of data. 10 factual data I give. Why do I give it? I know 10 you are never going to remember. If you study 10, you will remember 8. If you remember 8 only, you will recall at the time of the exam 5. You will write 3. That's the logic. In a stressed environment, you are not going to recall all the factual information. You will only remember some numbers which strikes a chord with you. That you will write. I am happy. You will get your marks. You can go to Labasna. That is the idea. Got the picture here, people? So understood about the trend here? Now, let us look into our 2025 GS paper 3. Okay, let us see. what they have in store for us. Just like you, even I am also going to see it now. So let us see. Distinguish between HDI, inequality, again economics. What are the challenges before the... This is economics question. This is also economics question. Farmers, agriculture. Elaborate the scope and significance of supply chain management of agricultural commodities in India. Okay. Again, agriculture related. Agriculture plus market, I would put it. See, mind you, each faculty has a style of marking these questions depending upon the subject that they teach. I am teaching internal security. So, I am just categorizing according to what my understanding is. There is nothing wrong. Categorization, you do however you want. But study any topic keeping a multifaceted and multi-diverse viewpoint. Got it? Fusion energy program in India, science and tech. Repeatedly this was coming. This was taken in our current affairs class also. How can India achieve energy independence through clean technology? Again, this was taught in Titan current affair class. What is carbon capture, utilization, storage? What is the potential role of CCUS in tackling climate change? Indirectly taught in current affair class again. These three topics in Titan current affairs batch I am talking about. Terrorism is a global scourge. How has it manifested in India? Elaborate with contemporary examples. What are the countermeasures adopted by the state? 10 marks. Very well taught, explained with reason in the Titan batch, giving examples of Khalistani terrorism onwards. How it started, what is the reason, who is the political reason behind it. Entire gamut has been taught by me inside the class. Whoever has sat in my class, they will be knowing it. That is even by mentioning that make India bleed through 1,000 cuts, said by Mr. General Zia-ul Haq, or the statement given by Mr. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto in UN that we will have to wage a 1,000-year war with Pakistan. To the very recent, what Asim Mr. Munir told, okay, Mr. Munir no need, the comedian Munir told of Pakistani armed forces that the attack that took place in Pulwama was a strategic victory according to them. With complete details it was taken. So this is the sitter. And let me tell you, this will keep coming. This is what I call an absolute sitter. Now, this question you should have answered. Minimum, irrespective of you sat in my class or not. If you sat, you will definitely answer. Number one. Number two, repeat a topic. Repeat a topic. Got the point? Challenge, you know what is the challenge here? Terrorism is a global scourge. So you will have to give a few global examples. Whatever happened recently or in the past. How has it manifested in India? What are the reasons why it has manifested? That you will have to mention. Everybody will write, okay, this is there, that is there. But you know, in a question like this, what is the beauty? You should give the societal angle. Unemployment, youthful population. I have told it in my class also. Put it in Hindi. जिसका पेट भरा है, वो आतंकवादी क्यों बनेगा? Somebody who is well rested, sleeping well, his stomach is full, is able to eat 4 meals in a day. Why will he actually go and join terrorism? Chances are very, very less. I know ideologically driven people are there, but the chances are very less. Got the point here? Moving on. Government of India recently stated that left-wing extremism will be eliminated by 26. What do you understand by LWE? How are the people affected by it? What measures have been taken by the government to eliminate LWE? Again, in detail, I have taught it in class. From where did LWE start? That is from the Naxalbari village of West Bengal to all the way till today where it is standing. With data, with examples I have given. What is the countermeasure taken by the security forces? That also I have given it to the class based on the Ministry of Home Affairs annual report. Anybody who have bothered to read it will clear it, will easily write this answer. Will easily write this answer because I have given them. What is LWA? I gave it in the class itself. What is the statistics? That also I gave. Countermeasures being taken by the government. That also I gave as a PDF. Straight away from where? From the horse's mouth. I took it straight away from Ministry of Home Affairs, not from any random website, nothing. No. What is Moha doing? Moha is Ministry of Home Affairs. Straight away took the data from there. Write it. End of the story. So 2 questions down. Explain of fiscal health index, that is economics again. Discuss the rationale of production linked incentive scheme, again economics or commerce. Explain the factors responsible for depleting groundwater in India, environment. Examine the scope of food processing industries in India. Again, economics plus eco plus agriculture. I will tell you one thing. This topic is there, na? Food processing industry. Study it. Properly sit and study it. Repeated means repeatedly ask question. It will never go out of fashion. Got the point here? Alright, moving on. How does nanotechnology have a significant advancement in the field of again, nanotechnology and agriculture? This is not the first time they are asking this. Again, repeated question it is. India aims to become a semiconductor manufacturing hub, straight away from current affairs. What are the challenges faced by the semiconductor industry? Mention the salient features. Again, mentioned in Titan current affair class indirectly, where I have told you what is the problem with the research and development environment in our country. Mineral resources are fundamental to the country's economy and these are exploited by mining. Why is mining considered an environmental hazard? This is environment with economics. Write a review on India's climate commitments under the Paris Agreement. Again, international plus climate change plus environment, everything will come over here. What are the major challenges to internal security and peace progress in northeastern states? Map the various peace accords and agreements initiated by the government in the past decade. Past decade they are talking about. That means in the last 10 years. So first thing, what are the major challenges to internal security peace progress in the northeastern states? By default, what you are going to do what? By default, you will be this you will draw and keep. Minimum this much. So when you draw the map, what is the advantage? One Myanmar. The other one China. Correct? These two influences are there. From here you are having drugs and weapons coming in. From here you are having what? China influencing anti-India sentiments. Correct? Then obviously the tribal conflict. These are the major issues. Drugs, weapons, external actors, state actors creating trouble. Number 4, tribal issues. Manipur conflict. So 4 issues. Put up. Challenges they have asked. So challenges means what? Again, the chicken neck. Transportation, only this one route is there, right? What else is there? And now one more thing you can add. One more thing is what? We have a new Khujli neighbor now. Old Khujli only, but in new avatar, Bangladesh. So all this will affect the internal security over here. These are the major challenges. We are no more going to get any cooperation from the side of Bangladesh until and unless the relationship gets restored. So if you actually look at the challenges the way I have presented it, this is actually international points that should probably come in our GS2 paper. But I am giving it over here from an entirely internal security angle. With the map when I draw, what is the advantage? I'll keep getting points. One after the other I will remember. Okay, this problem is there. Then Myanmar side, what problem is there? Bangladesh side, what is there? What is there? Mix of both, oxytocin. Alright. So this is what it is. Getting the picture here. So first part is done. Then Map the various peace accords and agreement initiated by the government in the past decade. In the past decade, they are asking. That is 2015 onwards. 2015 onwards, generally, if you see two major things only, one is to do with the Nagas, the other is to do with the Assam Peace Accord. Assam Peace Accord was actually signed in 1985. But then its provisions are getting implemented now. Got the point? Now they are actually getting implemented. So what is the Naga issue? What is this issue? Mention it there. They only want you to mention the details. Like this happened. That's it. Again, they have not specifically asked way forward. Way forward is what you will mention. Myanmar, Indo-Myanmar border is getting secured. China border, that also we are developing. Bangladesh side, again we are developing. So these are the three things. Plus, as far as Manipur issue is concerned, the tribal issue is concerned, right now we have put President's rule. And we are exploring other options to ensure long-lasting security in the region. End game. Got the point, people? Last question. Why is maritime security vital to protect India's sea trade? Discuss maritime and coastal security challenges and the way forward. Repeated question. Why is maritime security vital to protect India's sea trade? That means maritime security, when you talk about, you will have to mention whom? The Coast Guard. You will have to mention whom? Indian Navy. What are they doing? Both these points you will have to mention. Why it is necessary? India's sea trade. What percentage of trade are we doing by sea? That is export, import, etc. The ports, whatever we have, how it is, why it is needed, how crucial it is for India's GDP. That data you will add. Obviously, again, you will draw the this much at least you will draw. And why this is very important? Because again, Sri Lanka, Maldives, Andaman Nicobar Islands, not Maldives, sorry, Lakshadweep Islands. So all this you will mark and keep. Lakshadweep Islands, Andaman Nicobar, Sri Lanka. Securing all this, it is very, very important. You will definitely have to mention a few of the items like defense hardware, submarines or naval vessels, whatever we are having to ensure the security here. Discuss maritime and coastal security challenges and the way forward. What are the challenges here? Challenges involved between India, Sri Lanka, India, Pakistan, India, Maldives. Otherwise, how this is leading to drug trafficking and trade. Again, in my class of internal security, Titan, I had told you about one vessel, a fishing boat which was captured by the Narcotics Control Bureau, Kochi, which had around 300 kilogram of heroin and around 6 to 7 AK-47 rifles with its around 300 to 500 bullets. We captured it off the coast. We had captured again a drug consignment off the coast of Gujarat, again off the coast of Lakshadweep. So drugs and weapons are the major security challenges, not to mention illegally entering immigrants. That also you will mention. Then final solution again. Got the point here? This is the way you will write it. As we can clearly see, none of the questions were Chatkawala, all were repeated topics. That is the reason why I told you initially. That is why I told you initially. These topics. So, question came on left-wing extremism. Indirect points, not directly, indirectly. Border management came. Correct? Terrorism came. Mob violence, radicalization or terrorism. Then Maritime security came. Northeast insurgency came. That's it. So no jhatkas this time. Even if you would have only done the PYQs and stayed a little updated, because only for Northeast insurgency you need a little updation. But other than that, overall, if you see, very direct, very straightforward questions. Got the point here? This is the way to do it. This is the only way to do it. Clear, people? So again, we will be discussing this in detail, the questions, how to write it and all. I think somebody has asked it. Who is it? Lucifer Hell. Sir, it's a humble request to you, please take a class on answer writing. Lucifer, I'll be discussing these questions in detail again. That is, this is just a reaction video. What is the nature of the questions? I'll tell you in detail what are the do's and don'ts. Map drawing, entire thing. That is, all these 4 questions in its totality will be discussed. So specifically what need to put up, that will be taken up. Again, today only it will be taken up. That time you can see how 4 questions are handled. All right, people. Well, fine then. That was it. Let's. You only passed your board. Please decide on your degree, go to a college, then you can join, think about civil services. 10th, 11th, 12th students, please focus on getting into a proper college. That is your priority. All right. Take care, people.